Let me see if I agree with Mr. Dave Ramsey when he talking
Out
about
of all the millionaires we studied, one of the key things they said that caused them to be able to build wealth was working together with their spouse. The data says the number one cause of divorce in North America today, money fights and money problems. Well, guess what? That's people who are not aligned on where their money's going. They're not talking about it. They're not combined things. It's just like you're over there in the corner doing stupid stuff and I'm throwing grenades at you and we get a divorce as a result. Some of you have little independence problems or you've got other kind of little philosophical issues or something, but it's just wrong, okay? It's not morally wrong. It just doesn't work.
Long term.
Okay? And the data's in.
all right, cool. So let's get to it. And let me tell you if I agree or disagree with Mr. Dave Ramsey. What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world, YouTube land? I am Real Estate Jay, and
It's gonna be a cold summer.
welcome to the Cold Summer Podcast. This is a very important topic, right? I'm going to leave the millionaire part out of it and just talk about relationships and the money problems because this happens a lot, right? I think that, I think what happens in relationships is that you may have a man who is, kind of too overbearing with trying to say, hey, I'm in control. When you're in control, you're in control, okay? So, this has to be a plan and a vision for your union, right? And I think money has to have a plan. You can't just have people I'm making money here on my job, you're making money over here, we just do whatever. You still have to come together and plan for this money, right? One of the things that I think that would help a lot of couples is staying out of debt, right? One of the first things that people do, and you know what? Listen, you may not like me for saying this, but I'm going to say it because it's just my opinion. One of the first things that I think couples should stop doing is when they get engaged, stop having a wedding.
Sensational.
Stop the wedding stuff. Stop having this big wedding and you're spending thousands of dollars on weddings and then you're starting off your marriage with debt. Now you've got a problem that you guys have created and now you're fighting and that just creates more and more problems. Listen, I don't know why I'm going here, but when you guys start off your marriage, if you don't have enough for a wedding, don't do a wedding. Okay? You're not there to impress everybody. It's just between you and your spouse, and that's it. You don't have to have this big party for people and create debt for yourself. Stop doing it. Have a dinner, celebrate in 5 years, 10 years. That's when it really matters, okay? But my point in saying this is that when you are a couple and you guys are married, you guys should understand money together. You guys should have a vision on where your money is going to go into. Are we going to eventually buy a house? Are we going to buy houses? Are we going to go into a business, right? What are we going to do with your money? What are we going to do with my money? Because if you have one person who's just doing everything, then the other person has to be saving money. The other person has to be doing something. We both can't just be out here just spending a whole bunch of money and then we have nothing at the end of the day. That's where the money fights come in because everyone wants to increase their lifestyle, which is the number one reason on going broke is lifestyle creep, right? So everybody wants to get married. Everybody wants this big house. Everyone wants these cars. Everyone wants this, and that. And then you have this lifestyle creep or what I call a lifestyle bill that you guys have created. And now you have to work harder to keep up that lifestyle. Guys, stop doing that. Stop doing that. You're no longer living for other people and trying to make other people look at you like you're this perfect couple. You guys do what financially makes sense for you. If that means you got to rent for the next 5 years because it makes sense, you do that. If that means not getting married and having this big wedding that's going to cost you 30 grand, don't do the wedding. Don't create money fights for yourself. And this is where a lot of money fights happen because everybody's doing things for other people instead of understanding that we just need to put our ego to the side and say we can't afford these things. All right. And again, money has to have a plan. Money only works in 3 ways. You save it, you spend it, or you invest it. That is it. That is the only way that money works. So while you and your spouse are focusing on your plan, figure out, are we going to be saving money this year? Which saving is really not that good. I mean, it's just you're saving money just to save it, to spend it, is what I say. So if we're not just going to save it, are we going to invest our money? Because that's how we make a return. And if we're not doing any of those, we're only going to spend money on lifestyle. Right? I agree with Dave Ramsey on this. I know Dave Ramsey gets a lot of flack, but I think he has a really good basic way of living a safe life, which is get rid of debt, and all those things. And I don't agree with everything he says, but I think most of his advice would fit 90% of people right now in America. Right? He's just trying to tell you not to be too risky and just focus on getting things out of your way so that you can actually start saving money. I'm about investing money. I'm a big person. I'm investing. I like to take risk. That's who I am. But I like Dave Ramsey and what he said here. And if you're going to get married, understand that you do have to understand that things have to come together, right? You can't get married, guys, and come in and say, well, I don't want her to know how much I make or how much I'm bringing in. She should still know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if you guys aren't bringing the joint account together, there should still be something there where y'all can put money into the pot or whatever. She should know how much you make. It's not that big of a deal. Like, work together if you're going to get married. All right. That's just my 1-2, right? I'm not a marriage expert by any means, but when it comes to money, money is very funny. Right. And then when you're having to work with your spouse and you got kids and all those things, you have responsibilities. So work together so that both of you guys can live a much easier life. Don't make it to where it's only one person doing everything and you're stressing them out. You guys are together. Y'all work together. So that's what it's going to be. All right. And the money fights, they happen. But if you start understanding the vision and the plan, I think that stops. All right. That's what I got to say about this video. I'm going to get out of here, all right? So, let me see if this works. Like I say, after every video, that this is chess, not checkers, and I'm going to see y'all at work.
It's gonna be a cold summer.